Hello everyone, my name is Alex from earnestalexreads and welcome to the weekly vlog. During April, I did weekly vlogs for the Owls Magical Readathon hosted by G. It's my favorite readathon of the year. I was pretty successful. I read a lot of books and I did manage to do like 4 out of the 5 weeks of weekly vlogs. Last week I had a headache and I didn't film enough, and when I did film I was just complaining about not reading and having a headache, so I did not upload that. Based on my experience during April, I've decided to try to do weekly vlogs. I don't know how successful it will be or how regular, but for the past couple weeks with the whole situation going on in the world, it has brought structure to me, and it's like a fun way to motivate myself and bring structure to my days. So it's Monday morning and I'm starting this weekly vlog. The other thing that happened last week is that I got a job, which is a crazy turn of events, and I'm starting today. I'm about to head out. I am a bit nervous. I don't really know what to expect. We'll see. Because of this whole thing, I don't know what this week is gonna look like. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read, and I don't know what's gonna happen basically. By the end of the day, I should know a bit more. In terms of reading for this week, I have no set TBR. I'm not really participating in any readathons right now. I think I am going to try to do Tome Topple, which starts on the 9th. So is that this weekend? Maybe. But I have a TBR for that. But right now I am listening to Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. Sight Witch is the prequel to the Witchland series, and I read a couple places that you should really read Sight Witch before you read Blood Witch, so that is what's gonna happen. That's what I'm doing so that I can pick up Blood Witch because I want to know what happens. I do not have a physical read currently. This was a very rambly opening clip to the week, but here I am, and here's the start of the week. I'm back from my first day of work. It is around 5 o'clock. I am glad to be home. I'm in my comfy clothes. It took me a while to get home because I had to go to the post and pick up all of these packages from Book Depository because I was stressed buying books a couple weeks ago and they finally arrived, so I thought I would unbox them and show them off. So basically a couple weeks ago I was on Twitter and I saw this picture of new covers for the Inkheart trilogy by Cornelia Funke, and I didn't know that they were getting a reissue, and they were so beautiful that I bought all 3 of them and they finally arrived. So I'm like so in love with these books. I love them, like the series I love, and it meant a lot to me when I read them many years ago, and this reissue is beautiful. So this is Inkheart, and this is the back, and oh, it's so lovely. And then Inkspell, here's the spine, here's the cover, and Ink Death, here's the spine, and here's the cover. They're so beautiful. I had to get them and I love them dearly. I am so glad that I have these in English because I got rid of my original trilogy and I have them in German. So I have a little collection now. And the 4th book that I got is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. This is, I think, about the death of William Shakespeare's son, and also while he was writing Hamlet. And I also got this because of the cover and the spine, and because I love historical fiction, and this sounds like a really great book. I think it is shortlisted for the Women's Prize for Fiction for 2020, so I think it's gonna be a good one. Tuesday. It's about 10 in the morning. I am working in the afternoon today, and so I thought I would just film this little update. I am planning to film my April wrap-up, my May plans TBR video today as well, and maybe edit something, fingers crossed. I'm also going to try and make another loaf of bread today. Last weekend I was successful for the first time with my sourdough starter, and I made edible bread, and now I am trying again today. So far so good, I think, although I kind of don't know what I'm doing, so it could be a disaster or it could be nice, who knows. But the reason why I turned on the camera is to do a little bit of a reading update. Yesterday after work I completed Sight Witch, and that is part of the Witchland series by Susan Dennard. I picked it up because I heard, or I read online, that you should really read it before you read Blood Witch because it sets up a lot of stuff that happens in the series, and I do think that is true. I didn't enjoy it as much as the full-length novels. It set up some interesting things that I'm excited to see working, like how it works in the actual series. And yeah, so that was nice. I finished a book on Monday, and after I finished Sight Witch last night, I started a reread of Children of Blood and Bone by Tome. I'm reading this because in December or January I got the second book in the series while I was in the States, and I want to read that book, but I am a little fuzzy on the plot of this book, so I'm gonna reread this. I'm about 140 pages in, and then I'm gonna try to jump straight into Children of Vengeance and Virtue and Vengeance, and try to finish it before Topple, because Topple starts on Saturday. So yeah, that's my plan. So I filmed my April wrap-up just now, and that means that all of the books that I read in April need to go from, basically they need to go from my unread shelf to my beautiful read shelf. All of these books I have read on this big one, but I organize my book by size, so that means that at the end of every month I have to like almost reorganize my entire bookshelf. So since I did my wrap up, that is what I'm going to do now, and I'm excited to put all of the books that I read in April onto their new forever home. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now, and I'm going to listen to a bit of Children of Blood and Bone while I organize all of my books. Sunday morning. I have not been filming. I can't remember the last clip that I filmed. Starting a job took a lot out of me this week. I'm like trying to rebalance and reorganize my whole life, because since I've moved to Hamburg, basically all I've done is been in the house reading, doing university work, but not like leaving the house, obviously because of the pandemic, but now I am, and I'm working 30 hours a week, so I am trying to figure out what to do at work, and then also I'm tired all the time, so I have not been reading or filming, but I have been listening to audiobooks on the way to and from work. I finished Children of Blood and Bone, and my goal was to also finish Children of Virtue and Vengeance before the Topple started, but Topple started yesterday. I didn't read anything yesterday, and I am only 130 pages into this book, This book is not 500 pages, so I can't count it for the Tome Topple, but I went through all the effort of rereading this book so that I could finish this book. So today I'm going to try and finish this book, and then I will start Tome Topple, like my Tome Topple TBR, 2 days after Tome Topple actually started. I'm not particularly happy about it, but it's not a disaster. Today's plan is we're gonna go out to a nature reserve and do a little bit of a walk, hike thing. I mean, everything's flat up in the north of Germany, so it's not really a hike. We checked with all of the, with the authorities to see if it's allowed or not, and it is, so that's what we're gonna do. And then afterwards, I'm going to try and tidy up the apartment and listen to the audiobook of Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Yay! So I'm doing that now. Basically yesterday I had a really nice time. Me and the husband went out hiking. We managed to do like almost 7 miles, I think, in nature. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. And then we came home and I didn't read. I'm at page 165 now of Children of Virtue and Vengeance. This is taking me forever to get through. For me, like, it's just that I have no motivation to pick this book up, even though it's on audiobook and I don't have to physically use my eyes, I just have to listen. I'm like actively avoiding it, which is really stupid because I want to be doing Tome Topple, but I also feel like I really need to finish this book because I've put so much effort into it, and I'm just like a little grumpy. I'm a bit grumpy about it. My main problem with this book is it's bad. Like, the characters have completely changed from the first one. I don't get why the plot is happening. I don't care about the plot. That's not good. I don't like that when that happens in a book. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try really hard to finish this. At some point, I think so far it's significantly worse than Children of Blood and Bone, and I was pretty neutral on that to begin with. I'm a bit disappointed about that, but some books are just like that. Yeah, so that was my attempt at a weekly vlog. I hope it was okay and it wasn't like a really bad video. But yeah, that concludes this week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, you're reading an amazing book, you're staying safe, and you're being kind to yourself, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!